This is Clarence Hill and Shereen Williams coming to you from Lincoln Financial Field, the Link. These are not those December Cowboys, and these are certainly not the same Cowboys we saw on Thanksgiving Day. A great win for the Cowboys tonight, 38-27 over the Eagles, and retake control of the NFC East, take control of first place in the NFC East, and to control their own destiny for the playoffs.
I think one of us saw this coming, and one of us didn't, and we won't say who was who here. I just thought
Pat yourself on the back. Don't break your arm.
I just thought it would be a different game.
Okay.
Thanksgiving Day, they had 4 days to get ready. I just didn't think Romo would be right in that game, or the defense had enough time to prepare. As it turns out, that's exactly what happened. They had extra time this time. The defense did give up some big plays. They let the Eagles get back in this game, but when it counted most, they were there making the plays, and then Romo looked like himself again, over a 120 passer rating after having his worst outing of the year against the Eagles on Thanksgiving. He looked great.
There's no question, and we're going to talk about Dez Bryant and Tony Romo. They looked great. Tony tossed 3 touchdown passes. Dez Bryant was uncoverable with 3 touchdown passes. He got it started, helping them break out to a 21-0 lead after the Eagles came back with 24 unanswered points. Dez Bryant, they got the ball back to Dez Bryant, and they retook control of the game. But it was that defense, that malign defense, the one that everybody talked about, that we've all talked about, the one that Jerry Jones thought was so bad that they had no chance of doing anything this year. They came through when it mattered most. 3 second-half turnovers, huge sacks in the fourth quarter. They shut the Eagles down at the end.
2 sacks by Mincy, 2 by Tyrone Crawford, finished with 4. Second best of the season next to the Redskins game when they had 5. They did it when it mattered most. Yes, Brandon Carr messed up on the play and gave up a big play, and they let them back in the game. But they did step up when they had to step up, and I think they kind of ended up being the difference in this game when it mattered most.
Right, and that's really the story of this team. It's really the story of this team on the road. They have been resilient. They've been beat up. Certainly in a situation like this, when they gave up 24 unanswered points, and all the momentum was on Philadelphia's side, and everybody in Twitterverse, and they said, okay, here goes those Cowboys. They're moonwalking. They're backing up. This is those same December Cowboys. They showed some backbone. They showed some spunk, and they really got it done. They showed you that this team has been really tough. Remember, this is their 7th straight win on the road this season, 8th straight win dating back to last season. Again, this is a different Cowboys team.
And no team has ever won 8 road games in a season in the Cowboys franchise history, so they have a chance to do that in the season ender. And that's, I guess we should definitely talk about that. It's just a win. I mean, this doesn't clinch anything. They're not. And I liked hearing that in the locker room after the game. They said, hey, we're not there. Don't crown us, Orlando Skandrick said. We haven't won anything, and they haven't. If they lose either one of the next 2 games, they're probably out of the playoffs, and how unrealistic does that seem? Now that they've won this game, it seems like they should be in, but they've got to beat the Colts at home, and they've got to beat the Redskins on the road, or they're probably on the outside looking in at this point.
No, and that's what alternate universe that we live in. Again, this Cowboys team 8-8 the last 3 years, 4 straight years out of the playoffs. Jerry Jones admitted tonight that he thought this team had the worst chance, or less of a chance, to win 10 games than the team of the past 3 years because of what they were starting with on defense, because of the decisions they made in the offseason. And so he's totally surprised they are in this position with 10 wins. But yes, they've done nothing yet. They have to finish the job. And again, it starts next week again against the Colts at home, a place where they don't necessarily play their best football.
No, they don't. And we're going to see you again then. We'll see you during the week, and then we're going to see you after the Colts game on Sunday at AT&T Stadium. For Clarence Hill, I'm Shereen Williams.